Welcome, gentlemen. If you're over 40 and feeling like your energy, strength, and drive aren't what they used to be, you're in the right place. Over the next minutes, we're going to cut through all the noise and give you exactly what you need to naturally support your testosterone levels starting today. You're not here for theory, you're here for results. By the end of this module, you'll have a clear 14-day action plan. You'll know exactly which lifestyle factors are working against you, and most importantly, you'll know how to fix them. We're going to focus on the fundamentals that actually move the needle. Sleep, nutrition, stress, and daily habits that either support or sabotage your hormone production. This isn't about expensive supplements or drastic changes. It's about strategic, simple adjustments that compound over time. Let's get started. Let's start with some hard truth. After age 40, your testosterone naturally declines about 1 to 2% per year. That's normal aging. But here's what's not normal and what most doctors won't tell you. Lifestyle factors can accelerate this decline by 300% or more. I'm talking about chronic stress, poor sleep, inflammatory foods, and daily habits that are literally crushing your hormone production. The good news? This isn't genetic destiny. Your body is actually designed to maintain healthy testosterone levels well into your 60s, 70s, and beyond. The men who feel energetic, strong, and mentally sharp at 50, 60, and beyond aren't just lucky. They're doing specific things differently. Over the next 14 days, you're going to learn exactly what those things are and how to implement them in your own life. This isn't about turning back the clock. It's about optimizing what you have right now. Your body wants to produce healthy testosterone. We just need to remove the obstacles and give it the right support. Now let's identify the enemy. These 4 factors are silently destroying your testosterone levels every single day, and most men have no idea it's happening. First, poor sleep quality. Here's a shocking fact. 70% of your testosterone is produced during deep sleep, specifically during REM cycles. If you're getting poor quality sleep, waking up frequently, or not getting enough deep sleep phases, you're literally cutting off your body's primary testosterone production time. Even 1 week of poor sleep can drop T levels by 15%. Second, chronic stress. When your cortisol levels are elevated from work stress, relationship stress, financial pressure, or even over-exercising, cortisol directly blocks testosterone production. Your body can't produce both stress hormones and sex hormones efficiently at the same time. It chooses survival over reproduction every time. Third, inflammatory foods. Sugar, processed foods, and seed oils create systemic inflammation that disrupts your entire hormonal system. Your body becomes insulin resistant, which directly impacts testosterone production. Plus, many processed foods contain endocrine disruptors that literally mimic estrogen in your body. Fourth, a sedentary lifestyle. When you're not regularly challenging your muscles, your body stops prioritizing strength and virility. Use it or lose it isn't just a saying, it's hormonal reality. The good news? Each of these is completely within your control. Let's fix the first T killer with a simple system that works. This is called the 10-3-2-1 rule, and it's designed to maximize your deep sleep phases where testosterone production happens. 10 hours before bed, cut off all caffeine. Caffeine has a half-life of 6 to 8 hours, meaning if you have coffee at 2 p.m., half of that caffeine is still in your system at 10 p.m. Even small amounts can fragment your sleep cycles. 3 hours before bed, stop eating and drinking alcohol. Late meals force your body to focus on digestion instead of recovery and hormone production. Alcohol destroys sleep architecture and reduces REM sleep. 2 hours before bed, shut down work and screens. Blue light suppresses melatonin production, and mental stimulation keeps your cortisol elevated when it should be dropping. 1 hour before bed, create complete darkness, blackout curtains, no LEDs, no phone lights. Your pineal gland needs absolute darkness to produce optimal melatonin, which supports testosterone. Your goal is 7 to 8 hours of total sleep with at least 90 minutes of deep sleep. Most fitness trackers can measure this. When you optimize sleep first, everything else becomes easier because your body is actually producing the hormones you need. Now let's tackle chronic stress, the silent testosterone killer that most men ignore until it's too late. Here's what you need to understand. When cortisol is high, testosterone production shuts down. Your body literally can't make both stress hormones and sex hormones efficiently. The 5-minute reset protocol is your emergency brake for acute stress. When you feel overwhelmed, stressed, or that familiar tension building, use this immediately. Start with 4 to 7 to 8 breathing. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 7, exhale for 8. Do this 3 times. This activates your parasympathetic nervous system and starts dropping cortisol within minutes. Next, cold exposure. Splash cold water on your face and hands or step outside in cool air. Cold exposure creates a controlled stress that actually helps your body become more resilient to chronic stress while immediately reducing cortisol. Finally, name 3 specific things you're grateful for right now. Not generic gratitude, specific things. This rewires your brain away from stress patterns and activates positive neurochemistry. For daily stress prevention, get 10 minutes of morning sunlight. This sets your circadian rhythm and helps regulate cortisol patterns. Keep your phone away for the first 30 minutes you're awake. Don't flood your brain with other people's problems, and practice single tasking. Multitasking keeps cortisol elevated all day long. These aren't just feel-good practices, they're hormone optimization tools. Nutrition is where most men get confused because there's so much conflicting information. Let me make this simple. Your body needs specific raw materials to produce testosterone, and certain foods actively interfere with that production. T-boosting foods first. Grass-fed red meat and organ meats provide zinc, B vitamins, and saturated fats, all essential for testosterone production. Don't fear saturated fat. Your body literally uses it to make hormones. Pastured eggs, especially the yolks, are testosterone superfood. The cholesterol in egg yolks is the precursor to testosterone. Wild-caught fatty fish gives you omega-3s and vitamin D. Raw nuts and seeds, particularly Brazil nuts for selenium and pumpkin seeds for zinc, provide the minerals your testes need to function. Cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and cauliflower contain compounds that help your body eliminate excess estrogen. Now the tea killers you need to avoid. Processed sugar and high fructose corn syrup create insulin spikes that directly suppress testosterone production. One study showed that sugar consumption can drop T levels by 25% within 2 hours. Seed oils, soybean, canola, vegetable oil, are inflammatory and disrupt your entire hormonal system. They're in most processed foods, so read labels. Soy products contain phytoestrogens that can interfere with testosterone, and excessive alcohol, more than 2-3 drinks per week, consistently suppresses testosterone production. The strategy is simple. Eat like your great-grandfather ate. Whole foods, quality animal proteins, and avoid anything that comes in a package with 20 ingredients you can't pronounce. Here's where most men over 40 get exercise completely wrong for testosterone optimization. They either do too little or too much, both crush your T levels. Let's start with what works. Heavy compound movements, squats, deadlifts, overhead presses, rows. These recruit the most muscle mass and create the greatest hormonal response. Your body responds by increasing testosterone to support growth. Sprint intervals are testosterone gold. We're talking 8 to 15 seconds of maximum effort followed by complete recovery. This creates a massive hormonal surge without the chronic stress of long cardio sessions. Functional movements with resistance, farmer's carries, sled pushes, kettlebell swings. These mimic real-world strength and trigger production because they signal that you need to be strong and capable. The good news is that these high-impact activities are efficient and effective. Now let's look at what kills testosterone through exercise. Excessive cardio, anything over 60 minutes daily, elevates cortisol chronically and actually suppresses testosterone. Chronic cardio enthusiasts often have levels similar to sedentary men. Chronic overtraining without adequate recovery keeps cortisol elevated 24/7. Your body can't recover and produce hormones when it's constantly in breakdown mode. No recovery days means no production. The sweet spot is 3 to 4 intense sessions per week with complete rest days between, plus daily movement like walking. Quality over quantity intensity over volume, recovery over more training. Let me save you months of frustration by sharing the 5 biggest mistakes I see men make when trying to optimize their testosterone naturally. First, trying to fix everything at once. You get excited, you want to overhaul your entire life in one weekend. This leads to overwhelm and quitting within 2 weeks. Instead, pick one area. Focus on that for 2 weeks until it becomes automatic. Sustainable change happens in layers. Second, ignoring recovery and stress management. I see guys who dial in their diet perfectly and hit the gym religiously, but they're chronically stressed and sleeping poorly. High cortisol will cancel out all your other efforts. You can't out-train chronic stress. Third, expecting overnight results. Your body doesn't work on a daily news cycle. Real hormonal changes take 6 to 12 weeks to show up in blood work. You might feel improvements in 2 to 3 weeks, but don't judge success by how you feel on day 5. Trust the process. Fourth, supplement first mentality. The supplement industry wants you to believe you can buy your way to higher testosterone. Fix your sleep, stress, nutrition, and exercise first. Supplements add the last 5 to 10%, but they can't fix a broken foundation. Fifth, all or nothing thinking. You miss one workout and decide to skip the whole week. You eat poorly one day and throw away the entire plan. 80% consistency over 6 months beats 100% perfection for 2 weeks. Progress, not perfection. Focus on these foundations, avoid these traps, and you'll see the results you're after. Here's where the rubber meets the road. Everything we've covered today means nothing without action. And the most important action you can take right now is completing your lifestyle audit. This isn't busy work. This is strategic assessment. Most men think they know what's sabotaging their testosterone, but when they actually track and measure, they're often surprised by what they discover. The worksheet will walk you through scoring your current sleep quality, not just how many hours you get, but the quality indicators we discussed. You'll identify your daily stress triggers and patterns. Most men don't realize they're carrying chronic stress until they start paying attention to it. You'll audit your regular diet for T-killing foods. You might think you eat healthy, but when you see how much sugar or seed oils you consume, it's eye-opening. You'll assess your current exercise habits to see what's helping versus what might be hurting your hormone production. Most importantly, this audit will help you identify your #1 testosterone killer. This becomes your first target for the next 2 weeks. Don't skip this step. The men who get results are the ones who measure their starting point, make targeted changes, and track their progress. Complete this within 48 hours while today's information is still fresh in your mind. Your future self will thank you for taking this seriously today. Let's wrap this up with clarity and momentum. Over the past minutes, you've learned exactly what's been sabotaging your testosterone levels and, more importantly, how to fix it. You now know the 4 silent testosterone killers: poor sleep, chronic stress, inflammatory foods, and sedentary lifestyle, and you have specific protocols to address each one. You understand the 10-3-2-1 sleep rule, the 5-minute stress reset protocol, which foods build versus kill testosterone, and how to exercise for hormonal optimization instead of against it. Just as importantly, you know the 5 biggest mistakes that sabotage most men's progress, so you can avoid months of frustration and wasted effort. Your immediate next steps are crystal clear. Complete that lifestyle audit within 48 hours. This is your strategic starting point. Identify your #1 testosterone killer and focus on fixing just that one thing for the next 14 days. Don't try to change everything at once. Then join our fitness and lifestyle community. This isn't a sales pitch. It's practical reality. Sustainable change happens with support, accountability, and ongoing guidance. The men who get the best results are the ones who stay connected and keep learning. Remember this: small, consistent actions create massive results. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need expensive supplements or complicated protocols. You need to consistently apply what you've learned today. Your energy, strength, and confidence are waiting for you. Take action now.